All right, now to our coverage of the coronavirus. Right now, the FDA is meeting on the possible approval of the Moderna booster shot. This all part of essentially a two-day meeting that kicked off today.
Suji Nam joining us now live in the studio to break down what new studies have been released on this booster dose. Suji?
Good afternoon, Tiffany. Well, the question that FDA committee members will be voting on is if there is enough available data to support the safety and effectiveness of the Moderna vaccine as a booster dose for people at least 6 months after being fully vaccinated. Now, if approved, this booster shot could then be available for those who are 65 years and older, people between the ages of 18 and 64 who are at high risk of contracting the virus, as well as those who work may expose them to COVID-19. Now, during the hours-long session, FDA committee members heard from the Israeli Ministry of Health. Officials conducted studies the last few months based on those who received the booster shots and those who did not. Some key takeaways in Israel: a booster shot showed a 10-fold improved protection compared to someone who just received a second dose across the age groups 16 years and older. The booster dose results in a 3 to 10-fold decrease in the COVID-19 death rate in elderly patients. And for some people who have gotten the booster dose, studies showed a rapid increase of antibodies that are at even higher levels than someone who had gotten the second dose of the COVID-19 vaccine.
We are now coming out of a fourth wave that was, without the booster dose, I believe, would have put us in a worse place with really high burden on hospitals with severe and critical patients, and we were able to get out of this wave due to the booster dose.
And a lot of questions still remain about the booster shot, including would this be something people would need to be getting every 6 months? We hope to get some of those answers in this two-day session, if not in the upcoming weeks. Reporting in the studio, Suji Nam, WPBF 25 News.